Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. I am Maha Shirazi and this is assessment number 2 of grade 6, and these are the guidelines for completing your assessment. Attempt the assessment on a separate sheet. Draw the margin lines of about ½ inch on both sides of the sheet. Write your name, RCN, grade, campus, assignment number and subject, and then start the written assignment, and maintain a file of assignments to be submitted when school reopens, and give at least 30 minutes per day to this assignment so you can easily finish on time. Okay, now read the following exercise and try to solve the activities mentioned in them. You can also take the help of internet. This is your first chapter. Its name is The Nature of Technology Robots. In this chapter, you will learn what a robot is and how it works, what control system can and cannot do, and what robots can do now and how they are developing. People have been fascinated by robots for hundreds of years. Fictional robots appear in science fiction films such as Star Wars. Robots appear in books and video games, and today robots are with us in real life. Robots are used to make electronic equipments such as TVs and computers, and they are used to build cars. Robots drive cars, and we live in an age of robots. Talk about there is a dialog box in which it says, some robots are designed to look like people. Do you think that makes them more likable, or do you prefer robots that don't like people? Think of example of robots in film and TV shows. Which ones do you like? Okay, so I will ask this question in your assessment. On the next page, there is a class activity in which design your perfect robot assistants. What will your robot look like? What special tools and powers will it have? What jobs will robot assistant do that will make your life easier? So this is your class activity. You will do it at your home, and you will make a robot. Basically, you will draw a robot on your page, on a plain page, and you need to write its special tools, the powers, or what jobs it will do. So that will make your life easier. So you will write that things, and okay, there's a dialog box which says, did you know a British scientist called Kevin Warwick had a computer chip implanted into the nerves of his arm, and in an experiment that took place in 2002, he controlled a robot hand over the internet. As he moved his hand in the USA, a robot arm in UK made the same movements. So in the future, people who have lost their limbs might have the mechanical replacements that work just as well as the real thing. So that's a very big advancement in the field of engineering and even in the field of medical. And you can see these are the limbs or the hands of robots. Now on the next page, there is a topic, what is a robot? And in this lesson, we are going to learn what a robot is and what it looks like. So what is a robot? A robot is basically a machine. Robots are built by people to do a job. A robot must be programmed by a human to do its job. Once a robot is programmed, it does its job without the help for humans, unless it breaks down. A robot does its job automatically. It does not need a human to control its action. A robot does not get bored with its job. It does not make mistakes. The only time a human is needed is if the robot develops a fault. What does a robot look like? When people think of a robot, they often imagine them to look like people. Robots in science fiction films are often shown with arms, legs, a body, and a head. In real life world, it is different. Humanoid robots. Humanoid robots means like a human. Some robots are made to look like people. The robots take part in competitions where they carry out day-to-day tasks just like human would. They are set challenges such as climbing a flight of stairs and carrying drinks without spilling them. And these robots are used by the scientists to develop methods that might be used in future. Robot arms. Most robots are built to do jobs that humans do. Humans use their hands and arms to do the most job. To do the same jobs, a robot has to be able to move like a human. So this is the reason that many robots look like a human arm. Non-humanoid robots. Many robots do a job that humans do without looking human. An example of the robot, vacuum cleaner. Another example is a robot car. A device does not have to look like human to be called a robot. Now there is an activity. You have to invent your own robot which would help with cleaning think of the name of your robot, list the main functions of your robot and the advantages using it to do the cleaning. So basically you will draw a robot and you will write its function beside it. Now there is an extra challenge: design a poster to advertise the new robot's cleaner, and be creative, create an image of the robot cleaner and include it on your poster. So if you are using MS Excel, you can create that poster on MS Excel. And in the next thing again, dialog box: is your robot cleaner humanoid or not? Why did you make that choice? So it's depend on your choice, whatever type of robot you are making. Even if you are making humanoid robot, as I have already told you, are such type of robots which have human-like structure, and other type of robots are those type of robots which don't look like human. So you will tell us that whether you are making a humanoid robot or not and why you are using the choice. Okay, now the next topic is what robots are used for. So in this lesson you will learn what kind of jobs robots can do and how robots are used to build the cars. What jobs can robot do? Number one is the repetitive task. Robots do jobs that are repetitive. This means jobs where an action needs to be done in the same way as many times. An example is bolting wheels onto a car. 8,000 wheels are put on a car every day in a typical factory, and humans find this thing very boring, so they can get tired and make mistakes or injuries themselves. So robots never get bored and never create any mistakes. Okay, detail work. Some jobs involve tasks to carried out with great accuracy. A single mistake can mean a whole product spoiled and must be thrown away. So making microprocessor involves a lot of detailed and accurate work. So robots are used to make microprocessors and other electronic equipment such as TVs. Dangerous work. Robots are used in places where it's dangerous for human to work. For example, robots are used on space missions. Robots called Sojourner and Pathfinder were sent to explore the surface of Mars, and the picture gives you the idea of what Sojourner looks like. Robots are used under the sea, and they explore the seabed or inspect the repair oil rigs. And robots also work in an environment where chemicals or radioactivity make it unsafe for humans to work. So below are the main differences between how robots and humans do their jobs. So the difference is clear: more accurate. Robots are more accurate than humans, do not get bored or tired, work faster than humans, do not make mistakes. While humans are intelligent, they can find better ways of doing job, and they are creative. Problems, they have emotions and feelings. So we can say the main difference between the robots and human is that human are with full of emotions. They can feel, they can think, they can do whatever they want to do, but robots can only perform those tasks which they are programmed to do so. Now, robots in the car industry. A car is not built by a single robot. The car moves along an assembly line, that the car stops at points along the line. At each point, robots work together to build part of the car. For example, one team of the robots will build the engine, other team will put on the doors. Robot must work together to make sure every task is performed in the right order. They must avoid colliding with each other. These teams are called collaborative robots. Collaborate means to work together. The next thing is painting. Robots are used to paint the cars. Robots always give cars a high quality finish, and the paints used on cars are hazardous to humans, and humans do not have to risk their health to do this job. Now there is an activity. You have to make the poster with the title Robots versus Humans and list the strengths of the robots and humans in your poster and illustrate your poster. So what you need to do is to make the difference between robots and humans. And now there is an extra challenge. You need to describe a real life example where robots are used to do the dangerous jobs, and research the web to find your examples. And some ideas for your research are firefighting, clearing the landmines and inspecting the pipelines, or these images or videos of the robots in action. Now there is a dialog box of think again. Research how robots are used in the car industry. Find examples of the jobs that robots are good at, and find examples of the jobs that are still done by humans. Write up your findings in a report. So in the assignment you need to perform this activity. And there is another dialog box which says digital citizens of the future. Some researchers think robots will replace 800 million jobs worldwide by 2030. Workers will need to train to do the new jobs, and many of these jobs will be in the robotics industry. Having up-to-date computer skills will be more important than ever. So will you be ready for the new world of the work? Well, you have to tell me, okay? Now come to the home assignment. So this is your home task. Number one question is answer the given question. Talk about Some robots are designed to look like people. Do you think that makes them more likable, or do you prefer robots that don't look like people? Think of examples of the robots in the films and TV shows, and which ones do you like? So just think about it and write in your own words. Okay. In the second question, they are saying draw a robot and describe its special power and its job that makes your life easier. So you need to draw a robot, any type of robot you want to make. Okay, it's your choice. You need to write its special powers and its job that makes your life easier. So this is your class activity. Now coming towards the third question, that is draw your own robot which help in cleaning. Think of name of it, list its main functions and its advantages to do the cleaning. Is your robot humanoid or not? In the end, you need to write whether you are using a humanoid robot or not. Humanoid robot was that type of robot that looks like human's body, and non-humanoid robot was that type of robot who doesn't have a specific structure of a human body. It may be of any type, it may be of any shape. And in the last question, in the end, the last question is answer the following questions. Research how robots are used in the car industry. Find examples of the job that robots are good at. Find examples of the jobs that are still done by humans. Write up your findings in a report. So you need to search it on Google, you need to search it in internet, and just write the regarding information in the answer of this question. So this was all about your home task. Inshallah, you will find it easy after listening all my video, and I hope you will complete it on time. So at home, stay safe, and Allah Hafiz.